One Pilipinas! Kumusta? Welcome sa ating One Pilipinas Exclusives, ang online kwentuhan na hihigitan ang mga headline. Ihahatid namin sa inyo ang puso ng bawat kwento. Ito po si Sara Villas. Halina at makiisa sa kwentuhan sa One Pilipinas Exclusives.
Magandang araw po. Welcome po sa One Pilipinas Exclusive kung saan pinag-uusapan po natin ang mga inspirational stories ng ating mga public servants, thought leaders, and other influencers that made a big impact to our country. This episode, we have a very, very special episode. Pero bago ang lahat, ako po si Omni, co-founder and CEO of One Pilipinas. We have a very, very special guest because we have a lot of surprises in the coming days for One Pilipinas. So bakit siya special? Because kasama natin ang aming executive producer and our senior news anchor, Miss Sara Villas.
Hi, everyone! Ito pala yung feeling na pag ikaw yung ini-interview.
Yung nga, yung feeling because si Ma'am Sara ang ating pioneer host ng One Pilipinas Exclusive. How are you feeling right now na ikaw ang ini-interview?
Masaya naman po, pero parang ganun pala yung feeling talaga pag ikaw yung ini-interview.
So, what's the feeling?
If you are the person who is not used to talking about herself, I mean, how do I say this? If you wanted to, parang ground lang yung sarili mo, parang ganon. It feels na parang, I don't know, pero as a part of me kasi parang when you talk about, achievements and about yourself on this level, parang parang you don't want to, sort of like, promote yourself at some point, parang ganon.
Sara is not really the type of person na she promotes herself or advances herself.
Nagigets ko na, if you guys remember Miss Ana Carino Hardin,
which is your mentor also.
Yes, she's my mentor. We share the same sentiment. Now, we love to talk about, the achievements of other people. Pero when it comes to yourself, you kind of wanna, okay, bye. Parang gano'n.
So yun nga, alam niyo po, kami po nila, Ma'am Sara, we started One Pilipinas with our team. She's also a co-founder of One Pilipinas, not just One Pilipinas Exclusive. Nung sinimulan po namin, everybody was asking, parang, sino siya? Ganyan. She's all over our shows. And by this time, Ma'am Sara, we have 500,000 reach every day and we are very grateful. But many are saying na parang, they ask me, sino yung news anchor mo? Sino yung host mo? Parang, saan siya galing? Ganyan. And I want to take this opportunity nga, Ma'am Sara, to really introduce her, no? She's not just our news anchor, no? She's not just our host. She's a youth advocate. She's a summa cum laude. She's a former state media member, right? Mm-hmm. And then she's also a head of a government agency communications team. So marami na siyang pinagdaanan. And by the way, no, she's a communications professor in one of the prestigious state university in the country. So bago ang lahat ng One Pilipinas and all her credentials, we just really want to ask, paano nagsimula ang isang Sara Villas?
This is, medyo makalat na story, pero maganda. I mean, kung titignan niyo, di ba yung parang yung tapestry? Or di ba pa nagbuburda ka? Tama ba? Pa nagbuburda ka, sa harap, sobrang ganda. Pero sa likod nun, yung mga sinulid, it's all over the place. Kung i-describe ko yung journey ko, papunta dito sa kung nasan man ako ngayon, that would be the perfect description. So, actually, para din sa kaalaman ng lahat, I'm very grateful for Miss Omni Gruba because I think siya yung
mas grateful kami sa iyo.
Anong tawag doon? Nasa last destination ko na.
Oh.
Kasi matindi yung preparation ko din eh. So yeah, sige, simulan natin sa pinakasimula. So, when I was young, alam ko na talaga na I'm into a lot of things. Yan, gusto ko ng ganito. Kaya nga before...
And you're good with many things. We can witness that. By the way, she's also a voice talent. No?
Ayun po. So yun, I remember when I was in elementary. Kasi diba, pagka first day of school, re-require kayo na introduce yourself, ganyan. Tapos naalala ko dati kasi nagsa-storytelling contest ako dati. And then yung teacher, yung mother ko, tinitrain niya ako talaga magsalita. So parang na-adapt ko yung ganong klase ng training sa sarili ko. Kaya ang ginagawa ko, nape-prepare ako ng script ko. So nagsusulat ako, I am Sarah Nicole Gueto Villas, an aspiring inspirational writer, speaker, chef, teacher, mga ganun. Ang dami ko sinusulat. Tapos yun, tas na-realize ko na habang tumatanda ako, paliit na ng paliit yung mga gusto kong gawin, pero madami pa din. Kumbaga parang na-narrow down na siya, pero yung pag narrow down na marami pa din. So yun, moving forward to college, actually dalawa yung course ko nun eh.
Oh.
Dalawa yung choices ko. The first one is social sciences,
Yes.
pero nag-close na daw. And then my second option is actually communication arts. Hindi pa siya yung gusto kong, hindi pa yung talagang pinaka parang target kong course. Social sciences dahil we all know it's about history, about the society, ganyan. And that is because of the influence of my mother. Ang mother ko po kasi, by profession, tourist guide. And then ngayon, nagtuturo na siya as an elementary teacher. So yun, I fell in love with history because of her. Culture and heritage influence na yun. Kasi, I don't know, but there's really something about, when you visit the museum, you visit heritage sites, it feels like, wow, isa akong Pilipino, ang sarap balikan na nakaraan, something like that. So yun yung goal ko talaga nung inilagay ko ng social sciences, pero hindi pinalad. But eventually, nung nakapasok na ako sa communication arts, doon ko na-realize na, malawak pala dito. Kasi po, yung enrollment namin nun, may nakalagay doon eh. Ito yung mga pwede mong maging profession kapag ka nag-enroll ka sa com arts. Pwede ka maging PR strategist, pwede ka maging events manager, pwede ka maging radio host, ang dami. So, unconsciously, parang sabi ko, parang gusto ko to itry lahat. And then, gusto ko lang itry. Gusto ko lang subukan. And then, yun. So, after I graduate college, dun na ako nakapasok ako sa isang state media. And I'm really grateful because dito marami akong natutuhan in my experience. Dun ko na-realize kung ano ba talaga yung gusto ko at ayokong maging. Ayokong maging.
So, ano yung gusto mo before you continue? Ano yung na-found out mo? Ano yung gusto mo? And ano yung ayaw mo? Because it's easy for us, as usual, Ma'am Sarah, na alam natin yung ayaw natin. Pero hindi natin naiisip ano yung gusto natin. But you said, na-found out mo both. So, ano muna yung nalaman mo na gusto mo talaga?
Freedom.
Wow, okay.
I realized, kasi for me, pag nakikita ko ang pinaka gusto ko talagang maging is to become a broadcast journalist. I really want to become a broadcast journalist. So, yun, idol ko sila Cara David, Atom Araulio, parang wow, super astig na
Yung mga
ginagawa
OG
nila.
natin,
Yes,
oo.
you're telling stories, you're traveling places, you're going to places. And then, nung nandun na ako, I made one mistake.
Wow.
So, writer pa lang po ako noon, sulat ako ganyan. And then, may nasulat akong isang maling detalye dun sa guest namin. So, kinausap ako nung producer ko that time. Sarah, nagagalit yung guest natin. May sinabi daw na ganito, ganyan. Wala naman daw ganun. Sabi ko, ha? Tapos sabi ko, oh my gosh, ganyan. So, nag-check ako ng group chat and then yung guest namin na nagagalit siya. Where did you get this information? I didn't mention anything like that. So, I was shocked and I was like, oh my gosh. So, the story was taken down and that particular thing that I put there accidentally was chopped out. It was cut out. And then, I won't forget about this kasi yun yung naging click sa akin na parang ayoko na pala. Ayoko na nito kasi pag nagkamali ka pala ng isang impormasyon, lagot ka. I'm grateful kasi yung producer ko that time, he's very kind and he handled the situation as number one, professionally, and number two, yung talagang as gentle as he could. So sabi niya na it's okay, sasamahan kita mag-explain sa heads natin, hindi mo naman sinasadya, okay lang yan. And magagawa naman ng paraan. Pero ang hindi ko makakalimutan na sinabi ko dun sa G's namin is, I apologize sir for this wrong information and I take responsibility for it. So habang nasa jeep ako nun pauwi, naisip ko, paano kaya pa naging broadcast journalist na ako, tas minasabi akong mali, tapos naka-live. Wala na, I'm dead. Ganon. So, dahil dun sa mistake na yon, parang sobrang tumama siya sa akin na, sabi ko, ay, ayoko na maging broadcast journalist. I just want to be free and happy and do whatever I want.
Parang
Ganon.
trauma yun, di ba?
I think, yes po. And hindi ko in-expect na ganun pala kalalim yung impact sa akin kasi biglang, boom! Kapag tinatanong ako, akala namin, ganyan, inaasahan ka na namin na magbabalita ka na sa GMA. Tapos, kada magpo-post ang iba't ibang, what you call this, news networks, na we're looking for, journalist. Ang dami nagtatag sa akin, like, sobrang dami talaga. May nagsisend pa ng link. Sabi ko, ayoko na.
What were you feeling at the time when pag tinatag ka nila and then you had that wound, right?
I felt, andun pa din naman yung parang, try ko kaya. Tapos biglang maaalala ko na naman yun. So, wag na lang. Para safe tayo, wag na lang. Kasi ang hirap pag nagkamali eh.
Oo.
And then yun, takot akong magkamali. Sobrang takot akong magkamali. Kasi nga pa nagkamali ka, hindi lang ikaw yung
you know what's
apektado.
surprising because you had that deep wound. Napag-usapan din natin yan, di ba, in our private conversations. But you were able to overcome it. Obviously, you're here. But before we really get there, no, after that state media, you also became a head of a comms group na isang executive agency. Can you tell us about that? Kasi nga, from that wound in state media, then the next thing about you is you became a comms head, which is behind the scenes, consistent to all your narratives. What happened?
So after that, I actually resigned.
Oh.
Yes, I actually resigned.
So it
but
didn't just the dream, hindi lang dream yung nag-stop. No, pati yung mismong
Yung-
job mo doon sa state media na yun. No?
yung mistake ko naman dun sa part po na yun, Miss Oms, is that masyado ka nagmamadali. Siguro kasi bilang isang panganay, I have the dreams eh. I have dreams, I have goals to provide for our family.
And it's something cultural also. Pa, di ba, pag if you have Latin honors, people expect you to be dapat ganito ka pagka-graduate.
Dapat ganyan. And then, aaminin ko na pressure din akong makisabay dun sa mga kaibigan ko na may capability talaga
Yeah.
to live a little more comfortable lifestyle. So yun, na-pressure din ako. And I was like, okay. So parang dumating sa point ko since in my mind and in my heart, in-scrap out ko na nga yung goal ko to become a broadcast journalist. So parang nagtiwala na lang ako sa sarili ko na, I can fit anywhere naman eh. I can do it naman eh.
Yeah.
I can do anything naman. So go na. So nag-jump ako to a corporate companies. Actually, 2 corporate companies po yun. Pagkasunod pa. So, yeah, medyo nag-job hopping ako. Kasi, ganun pala yun, kapag alam mo na kung anong gusto mong gawin, pero takot ka i-pursue yun, i-distract mo yung sarili mo. Sa iba't iba, basta kumikita ka ng okay naman.
Yes. Oh. So during those times, parang, I thought kasi nag-ano ka agad eh, lumipad ka dun sa isang executive agency. So, parang nag-corporate ka pa pala. So,
Yes.
parang, yun nga, I was asking you, no, were you happy at the time na you were doing job hopping while may hina-harbor kang wound, no?
Honestly, masasabi ko naman na masaya kasi maggala, sa totoo lang.
Love mo din kasi mag-travel.
Yes, mag-explore din. And then, siguro nga kasi tumatak sa isip ko na, I can do anything naman eh. May mabilis naman ako matuto. Which is, I believe naman talagang opo. Totoo naman, kaya ko naman talagang pag-aralan ng isang bagay. Basta mag-invest lang ako ng time talaga,
energy, yes.
energy. Pero yun nga, kasi parang kapag binigay na sa iyo parang pag alam mo na talaga kung anong gusto mong gawin sa buhay, and then ayaw mo lang siyang harapin because of a responsibility that you think that you can't
Yes.
fulfill, didistract mo talaga yung sarili mo with other things.
So, I'm curious, ma'am, what stopped you from being distracted?
What stopped me from being distracted is, yun, nung nakapag-job hop na talaga ako na ang dami ko na napuntahang places. And then na-realize ko na nakahanap ako ng isang katapat talaga na company. Nakahanap ako ng isang katapat na company and then doon ko na-realize na bakit kasi hindi ka na lang maging honest sa gusto mong gawin.
Yeah.
You're a creative person and then you're insisting or you're pushing yourself in a place that's very structured,
Yes.
you know, that hurts your creative side just because it pays well.
Yeah.
I mean, for practicality reasons, of course, at bilang isang panganay, although hindi naman ako
Sa
yung totally
kultura natin.
Yes, hindi naman ako yung totally nagpa-provide kasi katulong ko naman yung parents ko. Pero, andun kasi talaga yung yung ego ba? I mean, my
I don't think
ego,
it's an
of
ego,
course,
but
or-
it's really magandang Filipino values din.
Oh, yun.
Di ba,
Oh,
ma'am?
yeah.
Na
Thank you for
parang
that po.
we want to, of course, number
provide.
one, biblical. We want to honor our parents. Yan na, we grew up, we're both Christians. Di ba? Parang,
Yes.
yun ang ano natin. And then, second, cultural. So, we want to, nakalakihan natin yung napakagandang, I don't think it's a toxic Filipino value that we can give back somehow tumulong
Yes,
sa
yes, number one.
magulang. So I think that's normal. I don't think it's an ego that we really wanted. And ako, I'm a witness of her journey. She's really a consistent good daughter, diba? So yeah, and then and then how did you find yourself dito sa government agency na to?
So, I was in corporate ulit. And then, I was referred. And yun din naman po yung grateful ako kasi whenever I leave, or when I left the state media, parang naka-establish talaga ako ng
Good relations.
good
Yeah.
relationship with some of the people that I actually
Worked
with, and tinuturing ko din po na mentors ko na din. So yun, I was referred to the chairman, and then of that agency, and then yun, I started as a media executive producer nga ba, I can't remember, but yung nagagawa ng mga art cards, ganyan,
Yeah.
and everything. And then an opportunity came na I was promoted to be the communications head. Although hindi siya ganun talaga katagal, but I felt the weight of, like, parang reporting to the chairman himself, and then seeing the issues that you guys have to address. And dun ko din nakita yung sakit, masakit pala na you know that you guys are doing your best, pero yung lumalabas sa media iba.
So parang kasi you're in the government,
Yes, and then you
you're
can't-
giving, ikaw yung taga-communicate ng ginagawa ng principal, tapos may kita mo ang feedback ng
Pangit
taong
pa
bayan
din.
through the media. Diba? Pangit pa din. So that's the way.
Ganun. Tapos-
So how did you, I'm curious, no? How did you address that?
We did a lot of information drives. So, yung mga very
Yun yung
technical
time na naging
terms,
maingay yung agency na to. No? Yeah.
we did, and we collaborated with different media outlets.
Which is LTFRB, di ba? Yun yung time na super ingay talaga LTFRB. Ganda ng mga kung ano nyo, social media cards noon, di ba? Yeah.
It's because of the team. I do not
Yeah.
take all of the credit. Magaling din po talaga yung team.
And now from being a comms head, the next one is you became an associate producer of a third-party platform show, which is Philippine Baywatch. Can you tell us about it? That's where we met.
Yes. That one, that is actually a leap of faith.
Why?
So that time kasi, hindi pa pang full-time talaga si Philippine Baywatch. So I had to look for another company talaga na pang full-time. So yes, I had a full-time, and I also had a part-time, which is the Philippine Baywatch. And then dun ko masasabi na nakahanap ako ng katapat na company. A company who is really very strict when it comes to their contracts and all of that. And all of the documentations. And then, at that point then, I felt like God is already telling me na, magpakatotoo ka na kasi sa sarili mo. This is what you want to do. And yet, nakafocus ka dun sa sasahurin mo. I mean, normal din naman. Hindi ko na masisisi yung sarili ko because I had financial goals for myself and for my family.
Yes.
Pero dun na ako naharap sa passion versus practicality.
Yes.
And then, ang malinaw ang naging sagot sa akin ni God, you focus on your passion.
Oh, that's nice.
Because if you focus on your passion, money will come after.
Yes.
Kasi may talents na binigay sa atin si God eh. And then, bumalik nga sa akin lahat yung mga sinabi. Kasi nag-advise ako sa mga classmates ko before. Tas ako naman pala, ang hirap palang i-apply with
Pag ikaw na yung nasa
yourself.
moment, pag ikaw na yung nasa ang hirap.
Ang hirap. Ganun pala siya. So, bumalik sa akin lahat na ang isang blessing, kapag hindi mo ginamit, nagiging curse.
Oh.
So, naging curse siya sa akin kasi
paano siya naging curse mo?
distract po ako. Nagpaka-distract ako sa iba't ibang bagay. Nakafocus ako sa, dito sa kita. Okay, sahod, ganyan. Siyempre, gagawin mo lahat para makuha yun. And then, pag nandun ka na,
Hindi pala
masaya.
Oh, yes, oo.
Hindi ko naman sinasabi na dapat laging masaya sa workplace. Pero
There's
iba
no
kasi
perfect.
yung fulfillment Kapag
Correct.
ginagawa mo talaga yung gusto mo,
Yeah.
then pa parang, okay, pagod na pagod ka sa prod, pagod na pagod ka sa ganito. But if you know na ito yung passion mo talaga, doon ko actually naintindihan sa itong passion. Pagpagod ka na, pero go ka pa rin ng go. Yun pala ang passion. Kasi I remember din, nandun ako sa company na nasabi kong naging parang katapat ko na, bumalik sa akin lahat ng experiences ko when I was working in the state media. Meron akong isang ate, and then tinatanong ko siya, ate, bakit ka nagsistay dito? Pwede ka naman mag-apply sa iba na mas kaya, mas talagang mas ma-maintain mo yung lifestyle na gusto mo. Sabi niya, passion kasi, be. 3 words. Passion kasi, be. Ay, 4 pala eh. Pero simple, one short statement. And I was like, okay. Pero yung one short sentence na yun, sobrang powerful niya na.
And change your mindset, right?
And it changed my mindset 3 years or 2 years after.
Wow.
Parang after pa, parang doon ko naintindihan,
But you remember that
passion.
encounter, right?
Yes. And I'm actually really grateful. I really believe na inalaw talaga ng Panginoon na number 1, mabuo si Philippine Baywatch.
Yes.
And then makilala kita.
Yeah.
And maging mentee mo.
Yeah.
Mapagalitan mo noong mga panahon na yun.
Si Sarah lagi napapagalitan.
Pero ganun talaga, it's part of
But
the
very
job.
more. Ito na, dito tayo sa pinaka main point, 'di ba? Why we're here, 'di ba? So Sarah, you have a deep wound of really showing up and being on screen as a broadcaster. So parang when we started, she's also the co-founder of One Pilipinas. When we started One Pilipinas, 'di ba? Parang nandun na tayo, nandun yung passion natin eh, 'di ba? But what made this is a startup company. You're a very ambitious person. You're a goal-oriented. But what made you say yes to a startup digital news agency to join? And not just to join as an executive producer, but to be its founding news anchor. It's a startup eh. Diba? We heard your stories earlier, diba? Money is very important. You're a provider. But what made you say yes to our team, to our company?
I'm tired of being just a potential.
Wow. Paulit nga.
I'm tired of being just a potential.
Yung galit.
Taray yung sexy. No,
Okay.
yeah, but really, I remember yung grade 8 teacher ko, science teacher, sabi niya, maganda ang, kasi diba there are 2 kinds of energy, potential and kinetic. It's good to have potential energy,
Dami
pero
to
mas
science
maganda
naman,
if we're going to convert it into kinetic and then tumatak sa isip ko
What
yun.
is kinetic, ma'am?
The energy in motion. Potential is energy pero stagnant lang siya. For example, let's say that pot. May potential energy siya because hindi siya gumagalaw. Pero pagka pinush mo yan or something and it moved, that's the kinetic energy.
Nice.
And I was like, I'm done of being a potential. Let's go kinetic. Parang ganon.
Wow.
And then I realized na, well, sabi din ng pastor namin before, I mean, a head pastor namin before, the best ability is your availability.
Wow.
And at this point, yes. So, and at this point, I'm available. So,
Wow.
let's go, let's say yes. And then, yeah, I could really see din talaga kasi the potential of One Pilipinas. You have one potential.
But I'm curious, diba?
Yun.
The wound was so deep. Diba? The wound was so deep. And from LTFRB, I'm sure you had that chance to actually be on screen, but you did not. So parang...
I mean, meron naman din po when we had the LTFRB Hour.
Yeah.
It's radio show in partnership with PIA o Radyo Pilipinas.
Yeah.
Pero hindi siya ganun, I mean, hindi siya talaga yung TV talaga.
Yeah. My question is, parang, were you afraid at the time when we said, oh, Sarah, you be the news anchor, or you be the host of, she's the host of all news, diba? Of all our shows, diba? Except One Negosyo. Ay, One Negosyo, you're also the one who started it, right? One Negosyo with Caldi Coffee, diba? So, ay, with Bong Magpayo,
Yes,
diba?
with
With
Sir
Sir Bong. Hi, Sir Bong. So, parang, were you afraid at the time? Did you feel scared when I asked you, kami ng ating associate producer, Sir Marik, di ba? When we asked you to be the news anchor, natakot ka ba? Because you have that deep wound eh.
Actually, yes. And fear will all, my fear never left my body naman, my system.
But
it
what
was
made
always
you
there.
what made you do it from the, sabi mo nga, potential to kinetic?
What pushed me?
Oo, paano mo pinush yung sarili mo? Kahit takot ka.
Yun din, yung potential din talaga of One Pilipinas. And then,
It's beyond you na.
it's beyond me. I feel like for years, I tried to escape storytelling, broadcasting. I tried to hide myself in the
And you're
shadows.
distracting, sabi mo nga
Yes,
kanina.
to distract myself with, with the darkness. Kasi, I mean, not really darkness, but parang, yeah, you're behind the curtains and while others are performing. So, baka kasi sigad na yung nagsasabi na you speak up, not for yourself, darling, but for the people,
So,
for the nation.
Ma'am, I'm curious, no? Parang from that trauma, you did it while afraid, diba? You did it while afraid. So, to those young girls and young boys, no, who are watching, wanted to pursue this, wanted to be an influencer, wanted to be a broadcaster, and has that deep wound. I just wanna ask, no? Nawala ba yung wound? Nawala ba yung fear? We've been running One Pilipinas for 4 months. Wow. Congrats! Diba? Pero nawala ba yung wound, ma'am, when you started showing up, in our shows, in our news program?
I believe yes.
Nawala when you did it?
Nawawala siya at
Amazing.
patuloy pang nawawala. Sabi ko nga yung journey ko with One Pilipinas, I heard this somewhere but it's payapa at nakapagpapalaya. I mean, ganun siya. I feel like this is freeing. Because, yeah, for the longest time talaga parang, di ba, parang ayoko tong gawin, takot ako tong gawin, ganyan. Yeah, at saka yung fear kasi, hindi naman siya totally bad thing. Because fear is there. Fear is meant to protect you from harm.
Yeah.
So, yun, when you process it lang. So, kapag nakakaramdam ka ng takot, na halimbawa, pa nagki-cliff jumping ka, because number one, bago sa'yo yung bagay na yun, at pangalawa, sinisignalan ka ng brain mo na, hala, baka may mangyari. So, fear is protecting us from potential harm. Ganon.
So, it's not necessarily bad.
It's not necessarily a bad thing. So, ano naman on the other side, kapag nakakaramdam ka ng fear, what should you do? You have to prepare. So, before I face the cam, nagbabasa tayo ng balita, chine-check natin yung script kung tama ba, chine-check natin yung location, we prepare so that we can manage the fear properly.
Curious ako, if you did not say yes of being a news anchor and our host in our programs, sino si Sarah ngayon? Or
Still that shy kid. Not really. I'm not shy actually, but extremely fearful. I would still be that bitter writer who know na parang, I can do better.
Yeah.
Pero hindi siya nag-step up kasi takot siyang magkamali eh. May mga times din naman na nagkakamali pa din naman ako. Pero wala eh, kasi parang do
Move
it
forward
scared.
agad.
Yes,
Yeah,
do
move
it
forward.
scared.
yun yung, since di ba, yung mga nanonood, so parang yung mga natutunan natin ngayon kay Ma'am Sarah na parang kung may trauma ka, whatever part of your, di ba, the only way to overcome that and to heal is to really go back to what wound you, di ba? And then, yeah, you being on screen and then doing it over and over until the pain transforms you, right? So, parang it seems so hard, pero ako, I am a witness of her blooming. And you know what's amazing with you is parang in-overcome mo yung fear, hinarap mo yung fear mo, nag-heal ka dun sa wound mo, and then nag-produce ka ng fruits. So we are now expanding in One Pilipinas from siya po yung mga host ng aming mga exclusives, ang aming mga shows. Now we're welcoming new interns, and then we'll be having new host in our programs, and you'll be joined by 2 young news anchors. So, anong masasabi mo dun, ma'am, na parang, kumbaga, pinagbuntis mo eh, sorry for the word, pero parang pinagbuntis mo lahat ng mga shows natin, dinala mo siya for 4 months, diba? And then, ayan na, pumapasok ng mga interns natin, may mga bagong news anchors, and later on, let's talk about your new show na ikaw rin na nag-conceptualize. So, ano masasabi mo dun, ma'am?
I'm really grateful to the Lord. And I'm really grateful to the Lord for giving me amazing mentors and trainers like you And of course, our
Thank you din,
president.
Ambon. Si
And
Jeric.
of course, yung mga directors natin, for Sir Maddox, Kuya Axel, Sir Taif, Sir Jeric, of course, and
Yes.
wonderful editors, di ba? Jai and
Si
Kuya
Jai.
Nico as
Yes.
well. Did I miss anyone?
Nothing.
Wala na. Okay. Yun, I'm grateful for the team. Kasi, yun din, number one, wala namang open na posisyon kung hindi nyo din bubuksan. If you're not gonna give me the opportunity. So, yun, I'm really grateful because, yeah, you also saw the potential and you did not give up because you already saw the, may tatanggi to. Hindi. Ikaw na humarap dito. You didn't give me a chance to say no. And I'm really grateful that you did that. Kasi siguro kung ako yan, baka hindi na lang. Harang ganon. Iba lang ako. Iba na lang. Ganon eh. Pero hindi eh. Kasi, syempre, nakita niyo yung potential.
Yes.
So, yun. I'm really grateful. And pangalawa naman is, I always pray that hindi ko ma-mishandle kung ano yung pinagkatiwala sa akin. Because there will be new babies. Diba? Like I say, meron tayong mga panganays. I treat our interns as our panganays.
Yes.
Mga panganay natin sila. I always pray to God to make us worthy, especially me, to handle and train them. Because it's a huge responsibility. Diba? They will look up to you. They would value everything that you're gonna say. So, it has to be number one, it has to be God glorifying.
Nice.
So,
Good.
yun yung talaga, grateful, God-glorifying. Si God naman kasi talaga lahat magdidikta ng lahat. So, yun.
Ang ganda. So now, you just came back from Cebu. So, na-miss ka namin. So, parang, can you tell us about the travel? And then, your new show, diba?
Yes!
What's the title?
Yes, it's a travel ni Juan.
Wow.
Originally, it was supposed to be One Travel.
Yeah.
But we decided to reverse it a little and then travel ni Juan.
As in one.
Yes,
Oh.
here it is.
And what's the
Travel ni
tagline?
Juan. Bakit ka pa lalabas? Meron na sa Pinas. Charis. Ganon. So, yes. So, I'm very excited for our new show. And ang pinaka-pioneer pa na if-feature na place is, of course, the vibrant Cebu, the city of Cebu.
Yes.
Yes. So, we traveled into several locations in Cebu. And, well, with this travel, of course, from the tagline itself, di ba? We are promoting na tangkilikin ang sariling atin.
Tama. Kasi nga, lalo na, I love kasi ang advocacy natin dito sa One Pilipinas, Ma'am Sara, is really to empower the entire country and be one as people. But magagawa natin yon if we actually support our own by doing travels inside of our nation, di ba? Inside of our country. Kasi we notice that there are many people who are investing a lot on travel, pero abroad. So, nangyayari doon, ang impact noon, Ma'am Sara, is yung ekonomiya ng ibang bansa ang umaangat. And then we wonder, bakit ganun yung bansa natin? It's more than just really, akala kasi nila, Ma'am Sara, masusuportahan natin ang pamahalaan, ang ekonomiya, sa pamamagitan lang sa pagpili ng liderato. But also, by choosing to travel inside of our country. Kasi kunwari sila, Ma'am Sara, dun sa first episode, they went to Cebu, diba?
Yes.
So you pay for the locals there, the local resorts, diba? So you get to support the economy there. So parang, napakaganda nitong sinimulan natin, which is Cebu,
Yes.
diba? One of the oldest city in the Philippines. We're so excited. Lalo na meron silang food component. So excited ako. So
Opo,
parang,
super.
I think magbibigay tayo ng teaser dito. So parang I'm very, very excited for you at sa mga susunod yung pang pupuntahan. Diba?
Yes,
So
super.
ma'am, lastly, as we conclude, as our executive producer and as our founding senior news anchor, how are you envisioning our digital news channel 10 years from now?
Aw, 10 years from now. Aw, I don't want to be emotional, but I really hope and pray that One Pilipinas would really expand and extend. Ganon. And meet all of the expectations that, na talagang gusto nating i-meet. And I really hope and pray na si One Pilipinas mas magamit pa. Lahat ng talento na meron tayo, ibuhos na natin in serving and shaping the country.
Muli po, maraming salamat. No other than our beloved Sara Villas. our co-writer in doing history or writing history in our generation. You can catch her on our Travel ni Juan and our One Pilipinas News Tonight every Saturday. Every Saturday. So, yun lamang po. Maraming salamat and good night. Yay!
Maraming salamat po sa pagtutok sa ating online kwentuhan. Huwag niyo pong kalilimutang i-like and i-follow ang ating One Pilipinas sa Facebook at TikTok. Ako po muli ang inyong kaisa sa Nagkakaisang Pilipinas, Sara Villas. Ito po ang One Pilipinas. Exclusives!